Okay, so it has been exactly 2 weeks, a bit more, since I bought the MacBook. And overall, it's been a nice experience, I'd say. Except the fact that I feel Apple is a bit too restrictive on security somehow. And some things in the UI don't make sense. For example, my account got locked and I couldn't log out of the device or do anything with it. It was completely stuck with that account. I had to format it, contact Apple support, get it unlocked. It took like 5 days to do that. In a way, it makes sense. The reason is so we can have better security, but still, it feels a little bit too restrictive to me coming from Windows. But yeah. Also, I haven't really used it professionally, at least in the past 2 weeks, because I've always been afraid or, so to say, careful about it. Because I've had this thing, which is a ThinkPad, and this thing is rugged. Like, I could throw this anywhere and take it anywhere with me, and it wouldn't budge. It was completely fine. But this MacBook, it just feels fragile to me. Like, I could just maybe drop it somewhere and it's gonna get hurt. Also, you may see this shiny glittery cover that I have. That's because this was the only thing I'd found and I didn't want to get any scratches on there. I do like the color, okay? It's kind of a love-hate relationship with the color. It seems fine, but at the same time, it feels a little too dull. Like, it's neither gray nor blue. Sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's blue. I like that. I like the BBD feeling it gives me, but yeah, it's a love-hate relationship, so to say. For the ports, it's just two Type-C, and well, I need the ports for working, so I decided, you know what, let me get extenders. This is a USB-C to USB extender that I found. This one is an extender for USB-C and USB. There's two USBs, so this is USB 3.0, this is 2.0. This one's it's a bit more flush, so you don't really notice it when it's there. I also found this one, and it has an RJ45 for your Ethernet. Also, it has HDMI, two Type-C. There is USB 2.0, and one of them is 3.0, I guess. A micro SD card reader and an SD card reader. This one's kind of the same, except it has another headphone jack and 4 USBs, a VGA port, and Ethernet, which is quite nice considering how compact it is. So I'm gonna try those out right now, and I guess I'll just start with, you know what, let me turn off the Wi-Fi for a moment, so when I plug that in, it shows up. Okay, I'm gonna open Finder, and hopefully it shows up when I plug it in right here. Let's see. This one goes here in the USB-C. Okay, there is a light, so that means it's working. Plugged it in. Allow accessory to connect. It says, do you want to connect SanDisk dual drive? Accept. And yeah, the drive shows up. I can see the data on there. I guess it's good enough. Yeah. So it does work. I mean, this one's really useful if you just want to plug in one USB. You can just throw it in a little pouch, like I have this one. Just throw it in there with all your USBs, and whenever you need it, just plug it in. Not a big deal. So this one's definitely a check. I'm keeping this one. And for this, let's just give it a shot. You're gonna end up covering one of the Type-C ports a little bit, and the other one's gonna be occupied anyways. But at least it sits flush with it, so you know that it's not gonna bother you a lot. Alright, it recognizes it as a USB 2.0 hub, which is great. Now I also see the USB, which is excellent. and this USB probably has an OS installed on it, so I'm gonna unplug this real quick, but it's gonna be useful for reading a virtual machine. Yeah, I'd say this one's useful in case you have two USBs and just wanted to sit flush with it. But still, if you have this, you don't really need this, I guess, unless you end up needing it somewhere. So, you know, it's always good to have it just in case. Everything's good to have just in case. We also have this one, which has an RJ45, which is the main thing I want to test, because it's important to have Ethernet sometimes. Just gonna plug this into the port. Okay, there's a light on the side, and now I'm gonna plug this in. Yeah, USB 2.0 hub. It's all USB 2.0. I couldn't find something that's 3.0, which sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. So it says this not ejected. All right, I want to see that. But yeah, I think I can still access it. Yep, there we go. Boot. And now I can eject it. So I can test the next one. All right. Okay, let me try the RJ45. See if it shows up, because that's one of the main things. It's blinking. That's a good thing. Now I'm not really sure where I can find the network on this, because actually, yeah, I found it in the network section. That was pretty easy. It says USB 10, 100 LAN. I've got the IP and all of that here. Let's just do a quick search.